Hello. It is, let's see, January 27th, 2025, Monday morning. And I wanted to make a video on my new winter discovery, which is the IGNIK Multi-Use Hand Warmers. And so far, I'm really excited about them. I really like them. Uh, let's see, winter running. Oh my gosh. So I am bundled up. This is just the underneath layers for my winter running. And I have, let's see, 4 layers on top. And I'm going to put on my hydration vest and a couple other layers. I usually wear a buff, 2 buffs, maybe 3 buffs. I have, lately I've been liking my ear muff underneath my nice warm hat. This is, oh, it's a Brooks ear muff. And this is I think Under Armour Storm. This is my favorite winter cap. It's soft and warm and tight and goes over my ears. And what I really struggle with also is my hands getting cold. I am a person whose hands get freezing cold. My fingers get freezing cold in the winter. Not everybody has that problem, but I have that problem, and I've always had that problem. My hands and my fingers get so cold. It's brutal. It's brutal. So I've been really struggling over the years, and especially since I started running, and I've tried so many different gloves. I have 2 favorite winter gloves that I've tried. I have a lot of gloves that I've tried, but my favorite winter gloves are the Hoka convertible gloves. These are not only pretty because they're really pretty blue, but they're gloves, and then they have this attached mitt that you can put over and then put your thumb in and out, and you can move this over your hand if you want it, and it really helps with the cold. And then it even has a pocket that you can tuck in the mitt part and just wear them as gloves. They're really comfortable. They're pretty warm. I mean, they're not super duper Arctic warm, but they're one of my warmest winter gloves, especially with the mitt cover. So those are one of my favorites. And my other favorite is the Outdoor Research glove, which is a little thicker. I don't know if it's any warmer, but it also has an over glove that comes with it that is the same kind of thin material, and then you put it on top, and that makes it a lot warmer, and it's a windbreak too. And I think it's waterproof this way too. So I really like, this is pretty warm. It's not Arctic warm, but it's pretty a warm combination. So both of those with their combination of having an outside layer are my warmest gloves. But even my fingers get really cold if the weather really cold. So I was at my wit's end about it as the temperature is really dropping here. I live in Washington State in the United States, and it is winter. And it hasn't even snowed here yet, but I've been running in the 31 degrees, 29 degrees Fahrenheit. So below freezing or just at freezing or just above, my fingers just, it's brutal. So one day, just last week or so, I was at the local school park where we take our doggies for doggy walks in the morning, and somebody had a hand warmer they were talking about. I said, "Oh, show me your hand warmer." And he took it out of his pocket, and it was a cylinder, a plastic cylinder that was rechargeable that he really liked, and you could change the temperature and everything. And he was like, "Oh, these are great." He said he ordered his on Amazon. And I thought, "Ooh, that's a good idea, but I don't want something heavy and hard for running. I mean, how can you run with that? I don't want to carry that." So he said something about REI, which is one of my favorite outdoor stores, which started here in Washington State, in Seattle, where I grew up. So I looked up REI warmer on their site, on their site, REI, and indeed they had hand warmer options. So I found these IGNIKs listed, and I liked that they were multi-use. And they looked like they might do the trick for running, you know. So I clicked, because I'm a member of REI, and so I clicked and ordered. I get free shipping as a member, and I didn't know it, but I ordered this big, huge box of, it came in the mail, of these hand warmers. So this is a packet of 30 hand warmers. So it's a lot in here. There's a lot. 30. So that should get me through the winter for sure. And more. But what's cool is they're multi-use. And they're good for 10 hours each, it says. So I did some YouTube videos on, I Googled a YouTube video on how to use these after I got them and I was about to go out for a run. And there were a couple videos on YouTube, and one of them said that somewhere it said that these are compostable inside, and something about recyclable also. And a couple videos showed how to use them, and it was really a good idea to do that. So I knew how to use them when I gave it a try. So I've used them twice so far. So what you do is you open the main pouch, and then inside, I guess I'll show you. Now I took my first ones. Well, I've only used one pouch so far. Out for a run, and I put the main pouch in my kind of jogger pocket, and it fell out at some point. So I lost the pouch, which now I know not to do. So I'm using a substitute pouch. So you open the pouch, which is easy to do, but to open the little ziplock is really hard, and I have really short nails right now, and I have those winter cuts on your skin right at the fingernail tip from dry skin, so they're really painful right now, so I have Band-Aids. So this is really hard to open right now with short nails and the cuts. So I actually have pliers that I'm opening the ziplock, which is pretty funny. So inside you will find the hand warmers. I guess I'll expose them. This is my substitute pouch right now. So this is what they look like. They're paper, so they're recyclable, and I guess inside is compostable. I don't know what it is. So here's the pouches. And you don't have to shake them, apparently. You just open them up. You leave them for 10 to 15 minutes, and as they're exposed to oxygen, they warm up by themselves. You don't have to do anything. Just open them before you run. Let them sit for 10 to 15 minutes so they reach their warm capacity. And then on the YouTube video, what someone said is you can just put them in your glove, and they're super light. So I put them in my glove, and they're right there. And what I do, since my fingers get cold when I use these the other day, is I just kind of curled up my fingers around them and I left my gloves. I'm going to put these back so I don't waste it. So since I lost, and then if you keep the pouch, you can keep the pouch at home, because then I realized you can stick them in your pockets if you're done with them during your run. You don't have to worry about carrying the pouch. But when you get home, put them back in the pouch, seal up the ziplock, and they'll be ready for next time. And then the next time before a run, 10 to 15 minutes ahead, open them up again, let them warm up again. And I tried them twice so far, and they did work just as well the second time. So as they warm up, yeah, they warm up. They're not, and I was afraid, how hot are they going to be? They're not that hot. They're not like burning hot. So what I'm going to do is put it back. I decided since they warm up with oxygen that I just put them back in this paper bag since I lost the pouch. And then I put them in a ziplock because I lost the pouch. This is the only reason. I sealed them up. Squeeze out the air since the air is what makes them hot. So I squeeze out the air, and then just to double check that they're not getting oxygen to, get them to start working, I put them in a second Ziplock, squeeze out the air, zip them up, and now it's going to be ready for today's run if it's cold. So I used them on one run, which was about an hour and a half or something. It was a 5.5 mile was the first run. Yesterday I used them on a short run, and they're supposed to work up to 10 hours. So that could be 10 runs, or, depending how long your run is. So I'm super excited. So they warm up. They're not really burning hot at all. They're a mild heat, very mild heat. It was surprisingly mild, but for the first super cold morning run, I wrapped my hands around them the whole time just about. And then as my hands warmed up, I put the fingers back in the glove part and stuff, and I kept them, I think. And then I think finally toward the end of my run, I took off my glove with the hand warmer inside, made sure it was still inside, and I put it in my pocket when my hands were warm enough. And it was really super light, super easy, super easy to take on a run. So I was super excited. And then yesterday when I took them out again for the second use, it was, let's see, I used my other favorite gloves. The first time I used just the single glove without the covering, because the covering, I'm always worried I'm going to lose. So I have to keep track of this outside cover, which makes it even more warm. So I just tried it with just a single glove, and it was okay. My fingers were still really cold, so I kept my hands clenched around the warming hand warmer. The second day, it might have been a little warmer. I put it in this glove with the little mitt on top, but I put it inside. And my fingers were much warmer this time with the mitt over, but it was inside the glove. So I don't know if it was a warmer day out, but with the mitt, my fingers stayed warmer even. So if you have a mitten, you're going to be really set with these. So I'm super excited because it makes it brutal for me to run when my hands are cold. So it allowed me to do my long run on a cold day. So I wanted to share that. I had never heard of these. And I like that they're multi-use. They're compostable. I wonder what they're made out of. Have to look it up. I didn't look it up. See what they're made out of. It doesn't say. You can recycle the pouch and the outer resealable packaging. Compost says when you're finished with your hand warmer, cut open the warmer and compost the inner material. Recycle that paper pouch material and the outer recycled packaging. I don't know if I can compost this, but I can certainly or recycle this in my recycling here, but I could put in the garbage and it'll recycle there, I guess. It's really interesting. I don't know what's inside. I'd have to Google it. So, for all you like me that get super cold hands in the winter, I'm really excited that I can finally not worry about my hands. And I have plenty in here. 30 pairs at 10 hours each, that's 300 hours of running. I don't think I'm going to need them all this year, but I'll have plenty for next year. So I'm super excited. So this one I had opened up and it had started barely warming up, but it does take 10 to 15 minutes for it to get nice and warm. And then it cools down. I just let it cool down in the paper bag and it was fine. It didn't try to melt it or burn it or anything like that. So I wanted to share that. I'm very excited. So it is the IGNIK, IGNIK Multi-Use Hand Warmers. I got mine at REI. I got a box of 30 and I bought them myself. I am not sponsored. This is not a sponsored video. I am not sponsored by anybody. I pay for everything myself. This channel doesn't have ads that I use. I am not paid for my YouTube videos. You know, I'm not monetized on YouTube. I just do this for fun. So I'm not sponsored. I'm not monetized. This is just my own personal channel with my own experience. And I paid the box of 30 cost $27.40 with tax. So it was $24.95 for a package of 30. That's less than $1 per packet that lasts for 10 hours. So it was $24.95 for a box of 30, and then it had tax. So I paid $27.40 for this box of 30. So I thought that was pretty reasonable, especially to be able to run in the cold. So I wanted to share that. I'm super excited. I hope you all got something out of this. And let me know what you think down below. Okay, bye.